Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another maybe short vlog. I'm not sure. I'm using my new phone, so I think from what I can see on the screen, clarity is much better. Quality looks much better. So anyway, so I've just come back from a walk. It's a lovely day today, and I thought, you know, we're in quarantine. I've done some schoolwork, I've done some housework, done some laundry, all that bizzo. I need to get out and go for a walk. So I did that, spoke to a couple of friends, which was lovely. And now, yes, I'm vlogging again, Talia. And now I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna make lasagna. So if you're interested in that, stick around. Okay, so it doesn't matter if my head's half chopped off yet. So what you're going to need is some onion. I think I've got to look there, don't I? Yeah, got to do that because on my other phone I had to look up there. Anyway, so when I cook using onions, I don't use the red because while the red is more flavoursome raw in salads and stuff like that, you're not getting that in cooked food. So I just tend to go with ordinary brown onion. Make sure your knife is sharp. And I will show you my trick to an awesome lasagna. Well, I think it's pretty good. Is my lasagna good?
Yes, but when you don't put carrot.
Note to self, don't put carrot. Daughter does not approve of carrot. Anyway, so what I like to do is chop and keep it as small and fine as possible. And I'm usually pretty good with chopping. I tend to chop relatively quickly until I get to the very end. And I know it's all about placement of, you know, fingers and nails and moving down and all that. I know that. And, you know, in all honesty, I learned how to cut when I was a kid because my dad used to be a butcher and I used to work in Dad's butcher shop. And maybe if I do this you can see me. Yeah, I used to work in Dad's butcher shop and I learned how to cut meat. I learned how to sharpen knives. I learned how to do a lot of that sort of stuff. So that's that. Then we need some garlic because no European food is complete without garlic. And I always like to put a couple of cloves. So that's what I'm doing now. So I will smash those. And what I learned to do is you place the garlic as is with the skin on the board. You place the flat of the knife on top and then smash it, and then the skin just comes away without having to, like when I was a kid, had to like get a knife and peel away and then anyway, that's that. Something I learned from the cooking shows when I was home with the babies when they were kids. No, when the kids were babies. So you smash it and then like it just falls off, like the skin just goes off, gone. But you know, given this was before MasterChef, you know, there used to be a lot of those daytime cooking shows. There used to be one particular Australian one by Ian Hewitson. I learnt a lot from him, honestly. I mean, I knew how to cook anyway, but it's just I learnt a lot of finer work from watching many chefs on TV. And they used to have a program called Ready Steady Cook, and they had two sides, two teams. There was a member from the audience on each, and then they had a celebrity chef. And yeah, they used to race, and they were given key ingredients, and they each had to make something using just those ingredients. It was a really good show. I really liked it. Ready Steady Cook. It's good. Got to drink water. I got to get healthy now that I'm home. I got to get healthy. Okay, that's that. Now we need to put some oil in the pan. We need to get that nice and hot. We need to sear this and then add in our mince, some wine, and then lots of passata. Let's do that. I'm no Rico, Andrew, but this is my version. Okay. You need good olive oil. No question about it. It's just got to be good, really good olive oil. Okay, so wait for that to thingamajig to warm up. Then we throw in the onion and garlic and just let that start to brown. Don't let it get too dark or brown because then it changes the flavor altogether. It has a bit of a burnt flavor. You want to get it just nice. Then we chuck in the mince, and then I will get the wine. I'm going to put aside a glass because at 4:30 today, a whole group of us are going to be catching up on an app called House Party. I don't know if you know about that, but there's an app called House Party, and it's like Skype, and you sort of like see up to 8 people at once, and you can like drink and talk and socialize, and it's perfect for quarantine time. So you know what? Some of us, you know, across the pond, if the timing works, we should do that. We should house party each other. Okay. That sizzle is just so satisfying. Sorry, I keep looking there. Sorry. And I am now going to throw in some pork and veal mince because it tastes better than just straight beef and straight pork. Pork and veal is much nicer, but if you want to really flavor some sauce, you use lamb. Nothing like lamb. Sorry if you're vegetarian. Sorry, Krista. Okay, so it's just softened. You don't want it too brown, like it's starting to get brown. So now that it's just softened, we throw in the mince. This is the bit I don't like. I'll make this plain without any additional veggies and stuff, just straight sauce, onion, garlic, stock, some spices, and just the sauce itself. That's it. You want to brown this nicely. How's everyone keeping? I know it's horrible times, but we've got to be really conscious and careful not to let it get us down. We've just got to keep to ourselves, and hopefully we'll knock this on its head. And hopefully it won't spread, there's no host, and it'll just die. We have to, we just got to do this, peeps, we just got to. Okay, I'm going to use this. This was given to me for Christmas by a colleague, and this is Costa Viola Crisera, and this is a Bianco. It's all Italian, and I think it's a type of, shall I read it to you in Italian? Those of you who know Italian will know. See that little picture? That's me. Anyway, un pregiato bianco che evoca al palato tutto il fascino di una terra ricca di suggestioni di un mare giocondo. So it's a simple white that evokes on the palate fascinating sensations, suggestions of the ocean. Surrounding ocean, baciato da stille di sole, so kissed by the sun, e dai riflessi incantanti, and by riflessi incantanti di una montagna lussureggiante. I don't know that word. You know, while having the earthy tones, si ottiene da uve Chardonnay e Greco. So, oh, sorry, looking the wrong way. Greek Chardonnay. That's an Italian Shardy. And vinificato per criomacerazione e fermentazione a temperatura controllata, ha un colore bianco verdolino con lievi riflessi dorati, so like a white, so it's a bit like a Verdelho, like a golden white color. Dai profumi intensi che ricordano gli agrumi maturi with a perfume of the ripe fruit, florals di glicine e zagara. I don't know what that means. Ottimo come aperitivo, accompagna suavemente pietanze a base di pesci, so it's great with fish dishes, like light dishes, frutti di mare, seafood e crustaceans. Servirlo fresco a temperatura, so serve cold. But anyway, I haven't got time to serve it cold. I'm going to put it in my wine. Okay, this is old school, peeps, old school. This is what I need. Okay, it's looking nice and dry. You can see there's no liquid in there anymore. So now we're going to add our wine. You want that sizzle, so the pan's got to be hot. You want that sizzle, and what that does is it cooks off the alcohol, but it leaves the flavouring of the wine, and that just enhances the flavour of the mince. Keep that aside for later. Cheers. Should be chilled, but it's okay. It's nice. Actually, that's a sweet shardy. I don't usually like shardy because it's quite bitter. I like Sauv Blanc and Pinot Grigio and a nice Verdelho. Anyway. Making lasagna is the best way to use up any leftover sauce, and then you just add to it as needed. So that's what I'll be doing. I made a sauce not last night, the night before. So that's going to go in. Okay, now you bring in your crushed tomatoes, or if you have the bottle of passata, that's when you throw it in. I like to use crushed tomatoes. It just gives it a slightly richer flavour. It's a little bit more chunky. I don't buy the diced. I buy the crushed because I can't stand chunks of tomato. I just like it almost pureed. When you have leftover like that, you fill it up with some water, throw that in. And that way you're not wasting, and at the same time you're getting liquid in there. Because that's my secret. To make a great lasagna, you need a very liquidy sauce, because you need the water in the sauce to cook the pasta. If you don't have enough water, then what happens is it becomes very gluggy and thick. So you need to, I hope I'm looking in the right spot, you need to have a watery sauce. And this is the one that I made just the other night. Another tip is clean up as you go. Okay, now you would think, by looking at this, you'd think, oh, that's sort of liquidy enough, because see, it's quite runny, but that's not. That's going to condense down, and it's going to get even thicker. So I always try to add considerable level above of water, because you want this to be really runny. You actually want it to be runny, because then the pasta and the layers of pasta will absorb the water to cook them. And I'll be using fresh pasta, but if you happen to be using the dry sheets, then you need even more water. So you will see now, this is runny. Okay, so now you leave that to cook. I will add a vegetarian stock cube and some herbs, and that needs to cook for about, a lot of people cook it for like 2 hours or something. I don't do that. I'll cook it for about a good 45 minutes, maybe an hour. It will reduce, and then I just add a little bit more water if I have to, but I try not to cook it too much so it doesn't reduce too much on low heat, and because then it's going to cook again in the oven. So yeah, in the meantime I get the pasta ready, the cheese, the tray, all that bizzo, and then I'll go off and do something else. And if I need to enhance the flavour just a little bit more, I'll put a spoonful of pesto. And that gives it extra herby flavour. So if you don't have like fresh herbs or anything like that, and I don't at the moment, I've only got parsley I think, I use this. Or you can buy those tubes of the pureed paste, herb paste, but this is just a little bit more intense because it's got a bit of parmesan and pine nuts. And, tray. Got my pasta. So this pasta that I'm using here is traditional egg lasagna sheets. The brand is La Famiglia Rana. So that's obviously the people who make it. This is all they had in the grocery store the other day, and you're only supposed to buy 2 packets at a time. And I said to the lady, I said, how am I going to make lasagna for like 5-6 people? 2 packets is only 6 sheets, it's not enough. She goes, alright, just come around the front. So this is what it looks like that. So yeah, I'll be able to use 2 for each layer. So hopefully I have enough. So that's that. And the cheese I'll be using is just this one here from Aldi. It's a pizza cheese, but that's because it's a combination of mozzarella, tasty, and parmesan. And that's it. Sometimes I put ham in between the layers. In the past I used to put like slices of boiled egg, but I don't make it rich anymore. My kids prefer it simple, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now what we're going to do, look at the picture, look at the clarity.
What?
Look at it, look how sharp.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. We're both barefoot peeps. Go on. Okay, I'm going to share with you what I did with those jewelry stackable trays that I showed you. Let me get them. Okay, so this is what I did. So I showed you in my previous vlog, I bought these trays from Kmart, and they're stackable, as you saw. And what I've done is I've put all my earrings in the various sections inside. So I'll start from the bottom and work my way up so you can see what's in them and how I organized it. It's fine, I can do it this way. Okay, so I have here some of the golds, some of the ones with the jewels. These are earrings that I really should start wearing again more often. I just haven't. So a lot of, you know, sort of crystally chainy long ones. I've got to wear these again more often. These are the ones I bought myself for my birthday 2 years ago. These are some other Adorn ones. I really love these. These earrings I have had for a very long time, ever since I was like in my early 20s, and I love them. I remember wearing them for an evening, like when we went to a fancy dinner dance or something. Next one along, again, is like this. So these ones here are silver. Then these are sort of like the bally type ones, you know. These tend to be just long dangly ones in a way. So let me show you better. Like that. So, you know, that sort of thing. These are those little sort of mid-drop. They're not too much of a drop. They're just like a mid-drop. Okay. And then next layer along is this one here. And these are again sort of divided up into sections. These ones, I love them. A tad heavy, but the posters come away at the back. I've still got it, I just got to glue it on. So these tend to be some of my other long ones. These are, again, other long ones. These are a little bit more, oh, they're all twisted up, damn it.
Is there another pair? You can get the other pair.
So these, again, sort of like a little bit Bollywood-ish. And other long silvery ones. And then these here are just my little short ones, studs, some of those, you know, cartilage, those cartilage earrings that's got the knobs on both ends, that sort of thing. So they're in there. Actually, I've got to add. So these just stack and fall into the space of each other's space, I mean. And then, my last one is this one here. And this is, let's see, some necklaces and some rings. So that's what I've got there. So here I've put some rings in here, just fashion jewelry rings. These tend to be like some silver type necklaces. And here I've got some gold. Here I've got some gold, another big ring, some chains, beautiful pendant, this one. It's, love it, beautiful. I have another one in brown somewhere. Anyway, that's that. So that's how I've organized my jewelry in these stackable drawers. So that's it, guys. So I'm going to head off now, do some other housework and schoolwork and stuff like that. Once my sauce is ready, I will put the lasagna together and I'll see you again soon. I'll show you what it ends up looking like. Okay. Okay, guys, it's about half an hour since I saw you. It doesn't need 45 minutes. You can see from here that it's much richer looking. Can you see? It's like darker and richer and still runny, and that's what you want. So now just taste it. It's good, if I may say so myself. Right, something I always do, I always put a thin layer of sauce at the bottom to give that extra sauce underneath the pasta. So as you can see, it's still runny. Gas is off. Oops. Start layering. This pasta is shaped that I can put two side by side. So this is where the kids like to help, but I just do it myself because it's a bit faster. And because the sauce and everything is cooked, all you need to do is cook the pasta. That's why you need water in the sauce. And you just need to sort of cook it for about, I don't know, maybe roughly half an hour, possibly less. My other trick when making lasagna, to avoid it being very rich, is to only put cheese every second layer. If you put cheese every layer, it's too much. I don't use bechamel or anything like that, so just a sprinkle of the pizza cheese, just enough to have that stretch and that cheesiness, like that. And then pasta, sauce, cheese, pasta, sauce. Little trick I do is if the pasta, the corners start to stick up, I just break them to make them fit, and I just put the pasta back in there anyway. So So you'll know now, you'll notice I've only put 2 layers of cheese. I haven't put 4. Because the cheese is what gives it that richness. And you want to taste the pasta, you want to taste the sauce more than the cheese. And like I said, my family's from the south, so we don't use bechamel in between. I love bechamel in lasagna, I love it, but I don't do it. And my kids are not used to it. My kids are used to my way. Okay, so this will be my last layer. And this is where, now of course you put cheese on top. I don't put that really thick layer on top. I keep it simple. What I do now is I put Parmesan, because Parmesan doesn't melt and get all stringy, but it just adds that cheesiness on the top. I'll just use some of this one, which I need to replenish. So now that's what it looks like. So that will go in the oven, and I'll just make another tray while it's in there. This way.
This way?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When the tray's small, you break the corners, remember?
No, I don't remember.
So then it fits better.
Can I do the sauce?
Do it. Be careful, don't get it all over your top. Yep.
I don't like it with carrot or zucchini.
That's all we're going to get. Sorry.
Let's put it around.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this one only got 2 more layers, but it would have been too much for the other tray. So this is a very simple, basic one. This is like, you know, an emergency meal. So once this is cooled down, I can just put this straight in the freezer and then take it from the freezer and put it straight into the oven. This will just be like a little spare. And that's it. Hang on. So I will show you, either put a photo or show you some footage of it when it comes out of the oven, depending on what time, how long that takes. If I don't see you again, take care everybody, God bless, and I'll see you next time. Say bye.
Bye.